I'm Eric Nason with NewShooter.com. We are at NAB 2019. I'm with Ted from Aputure. Ted, this is kind of cool. What's going on here?
All right, so what we're doing here at Aputure, this is again another one of the secret releases that we're launching on day 3 of NAB. This right here is our edition, the reinvention of the smart bulb. Now, again, there's a lot of bulbs out there that can change RGB. However, there's not really any that have been created for the film industry. So, a couple things off the bat. 1, flicker free. I don't care what frame rate you're shooting at. You can shoot at a super high-speed Phantom. You will be A-okay with this. No problems. 2, this right here is a wirelessly controlled full RGB WW light. So, from my phone, I can actually control the full spectrum. I get 36,000 different colors that I can do here, 360 color wheel with 100 degrees of saturation. And I can actually control everything in a wireless network that's powered by Bluetooth SIG mesh. So, if you don't know what SIG mesh is, basically it's new technology that just came out last year. This technology means that I'm not just connecting to a wireless router, I'm not just connecting with my phone to each light. Actually, what's happening is that in the future, all Aputure lights are actually going to connect with each other in a wireless network. They're going to make their own network. Each light is not only a receiver, but it's also a transmitter. So all the lights are talking, they make a network. If you have your phone, it's not a problem if your phone dies anymore. The whole network doesn't go down. If you're on a wireless network, it doesn't matter if the wireless router dies because all of your lights have already made a network. You just connect to whatever the closest light is. You can walk around, that light will change, and you can communicate and add far more distance. So, the SIG wireless network means that we can actually add up to 65,000 different lights on the same network. We can actually extend the lights up to 400 meters away. All you need is one light in between every 80 meters of step. So that's approximately, again, a football field's distance between each of my lights. And, little black magic here. Not black magic, but dark sorcery. I gotta change my phrasing now. Fully battery controlled as well. So there's a battery built inside of this light. I get full intensity here. Now, if you don't have to worry about plugging in your lights. If you want to do a scene in the desert with a guy sitting at a table with a table lamp there, and there's an RGB light going off and he's in the middle of nowhere, you can do that. You don't need a generator anymore. You don't need that power. If you want to hang a bunch of these in a tree outside and do a chandelier in the forest and do a bunch of RGB lights, you want to shoot the next Avatar, that's okay. Super easy, not a problem. So, yes.
Well, let's talk about how, I know people would want to know, like, how does this compare to like an LED light you would buy at Home Depot kind of thing? If you're looking at it in that practical sense, what kind of like wattage is this compared to?
Absolutely. So this right here is a 5-watt LED. Again, that sounds like not that much, but in terms of LED power, that really is a lot. Yeah. In terms of actual problems with a lot of the things that's out at Home Depot is that these aren't designed for filmmakers. So we've got a couple problems. One, the TLCI and CRI are usually not very good. I think if you go and see a lot of consumer LEDs, they'll say, hey, we have an 80 CRI, and they're like really proud of it. That's not for us. For filmmakers, we need a really, really high color rendering index. We are in the art of making good colors, good visuals. 2, a lot of these lights are actually going to flicker. So again, they're not designed to be shot at high frame rates. Lights like that are, again, designed to just have the human eye look at them in a home. But our light here is designed for filmmakers. It's able to withstand high frame rates, shoot on a Phantom, no problem. And I forgot to mention the effects.
Let's talk about effects.
Effects. So again, one of the things that you can control is you can control this all via from your phone. We have a thing called Sidus Link that's coming out that we'll be talking about super soon. Sidus Link is our iPhone app, our Android app, and our iPad app that'll be coming out super shortly. It's going to be coming out this summer. What you're going to be able to do with that is you actually have full control, wireless control of this. You can change the color temperature. You can dim it up, dim it down. You can trigger effects. I can actually tap it and have this thing explode whenever I want it to explode. I can actually dim it up, change the hue, change the saturation, do a fire effect. And I can also actually do things called color match and source match. So using my actual phone, I can actually point that at any color around here, like the yellow of that banner. I can grab that yellow, and this will automatically match that yellow. I think yesterday at night we saw Kitty from Matola Visuals. We saw her hair, it was purple hair, and I was like, you know what? I want to save a preset called Kitty Atola Visuals Purple Hair. So I went over, I took a photo of her hair, and immediately, bang, this thing went purple and we matched it immediately.
Fantastic. Now, it does charge with a traditional lamp socket.
Absolutely.
Is there another, does it ship with like a lamp socket to a wall socket kind of thing so you can get charging in case you don't have a spare lamp to carry around in your kit?
This right here is a standard lamp plug-in. You can literally plug it into any household lamp that you see on any shoot that you go on to. So that will actually charge the battery inside of here. It charges in about 75 minutes. On minimum intensity, you get about 20 hours of nonstop use. And on maximum intensity, you get approximately 100 minutes. Now, again, we're just showing these as kind of prototypes. It's still sort of a secret release. Well, secret. Day 3 of NAB, there's no more secrets. So because of that, we haven't really totally designed everything out yet. So again, one of the things that we say a lot is, News Shooter is honestly one of the places that we go. We read the comments, we see what you guys say. You can see that already in the 120D Mark II, the 300D Mark II. We try to build your improvements, your suggestions in here. So if you like this idea, because this is an idea from a user, let us know what else you want to see in it. If you do want to see like another separate charging method, we could do probably a Type-C USB in here. I don't want to speak too fast. Engineers are going to rip my head off. But there's a possibility, of course, that we can always add new things into the future. Pricing-wise, we expect this to sell for approximately $59 a pop. Super affordable, of course. Aputure, we try to do the best that we can. We're also going to sell them in multi-light kits too, so you can buy them in a duo and a quad. Again, I really feel like Home Depot now. It's a really strange feeling to sell light bulbs.
Hey, you should sell them at Home Depot. Can you imagine that?
I don't know if we'll ever be able to do that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to make cool gear for filmmakers, not consumers. Okay, anyways, this should be coming out super shortly. We expect it to come out approximately around the end of the summer. It's called the Aputure RC. Aputure RC. Name is not totally set yet either, so we'll figure something out soon.
It's a fluid experience.
Indeed. Again, we're working on prototypes. As they come out, we show them to you.
Well, this really does solve a problem. I mean, I actually have some of the Philips ones, and they flicker, and they're not really. They're not made for, this is actually made for what we need to use them for. And
Absolutely.
I was trying to, purpose those to do something kind of creative. It didn't quite work out.
Yeah, and those ones too, they rely on a wireless network to be able to control them. Right. So you have to connect each light to this wireless router, and it's such a pain in the butt.
Right.
And it's just so difficult to set up, and if the wireless network goes down, or if it's flickering, or you walk around a corner, everything shuts down immediately.
Yeah. This is totally independent, works with the app, really great. Now everything's kind of, I'm noticing there's an ecosystem going on here, with the app. This is all kind of working together with all the lights.
Yeah, so again, the Sidus link that we're talking about soon in the next one is basically our app that's coming out. Sidus is Latin for universe. We're a little bit inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We want an Aputure lighting universe. So in the Aputure lighting universe, the idea is that every single light doesn't just act as a standalone hero, no pun intended, but all of your lights will actually be able to connect to each other, talk to each other, and build upon existing features. There's actually power in numbers. For instance, with lights like this, with lights like the MC, they're lights that I know pretty easy to lose sometimes, and that's scary. You don't want to lose that stuff. So things like the SIG mesh, what that allows us to do is that the communication between all the lights means that if one gets lost, you can actually find it super easily. You just go to your app, hit the one that you're missing, all the lights will communicate, try to geolocate where your light is, and it'll actually trigger in Morse code. It'll do dot, 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 dot. And that is Morse code. Your light will blink in that way for here. I'm here, come find me. And it'll just keep blinking like that. So you'll be able to trigger that on all of your Aputure lights, not just the new ones, but all the old ones, because we're actually bringing functionality and app control to all of your Aputure lights, even the ones from 5-6 years ago. You bought an Amaran 5672 panel. It's been so long that I don't even remember. You buy those panels, you already know that that same remote works with your 300D Mark II that just came out.
That's cool.
We try to keep all of our old users in the loop, and now we're adding in all these features for old users. So we're actually powering up your old gear, not trying to leave you guys behind, keeping you guys with us.
Cool stuff, Ted. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Coming out soon, end of summer.
All right, and fill up that comment section what you think about this.
Yes, please let us know in the comments. Seriously, we screenshot that stuff. It gives us a checklist of what to work on next. So thank you guys.
Fantastic. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Boom.